Hi everyone, apologies for the rain first of all, hopefully you can hear me, and apologies for the webcam. It's not the best webcam, it's an inbuilt one, so I'm going to try not to move around that much. It's a bit dodgy, so anyway. I'm here because I'm one of the lucky people to have been given a Harmony One remote by the good people at Logitech to test out as a product tester. I'm coming in kind of with an open view. I do have some Logitech products and I love their Logitech products, very good quality. I am, however, trying to come into this with an open view. Logitech, being Logitech or not, the quality, just putting it aside, just coming and reviewing the mode itself as a remote. Logitech have supplied this free of charge, so thank you to the good people at Logitech. First impressions, packaging. Very secure packaging. It can actually be banged around quite a bit actually. It's pretty sturdy. Very attractive packaging, so all compliments to the marketing people there. Remote sits in the side, so you can actually see it. It's not one of these ones where you can't see the remote, you can't see what you're buying. There's a lot of products like that there at the moment, and you want to see the remote. So as soon as you see it, actually you want to take it home and start using it. It's actually quite an attractive remote. Again, on the first impressions, it's very easy to use and very easy to set up, providing you have a computer. Now, the only worry for me about this remote actually is probably for the older generation. Generally, as a generalization, the current pensioner older generation doesn't really have, stereotypically, isn't really up to date with the current technology. But I think that generally the product isn't really marketed at them. Maybe probably the more tech savvy of that generation, the older generation, but more of kind of the younger generation, the baby boomers, Generation X, Generation Y kind of thing. Just bear with me, I've just written everything down here. Elaborating on the setup, make sure you go around, do check all your model numbers of your products before you do even unpackage the product. It helps tremendously because everything's in front of you. It's simple, it's straightforward, it's common sense pretty much, but trust me, it helps. I actually have a few appliances myself that I've added to the remote. I actually have a Sony 40-inch LCD, or 41, one of them. I also have a PlayStation 3. I don't have the adapter at the moment, but I'm getting that within the next month, so hopefully it should be okay. I also have a Sony amp down under here. You can't really see it, but I have a Sony amp there, and I run them all on the Harmony One. Now, you can actually, I'll talk about the remote first. The remote's pretty straightforward, pretty easy to use. Again, I wanted to show you a bit better, but my webcam quality isn't really that good. It actually, touchscreen is very simple to use. It actually has buttons if you don't like using the touchscreen, but why you want to use the buttons when it's all very simple up here, it's beyond me. Unless your touchscreen smashes or something. But again, just an example, TV, two hands, watch TV. I didn't even have to point it at the TV, and the TV is turning on right now, as you can see, when it turns on. There you go. I've actually put a delay on it, that's why it takes so long. Looks like Will Smith, Wild Wild West, there you go. With this, I actually have downloaded, you can't see it, I might take it off first. Off, turns it off. I actually have downloaded some icons for the remote. I actually downloaded from iconharmony.com. They're pretty good, but they don't, you might have to modify them because they are actually a bit bigger, and they don't really, there's only one or two tabs on it that do cater for the Australian market. I personally don't have Foxtel. Maybe one day in the future I'll get it, but I'm not sure exactly how many pages the Harmony remote actually can take. But again, it's not going to matter if you run out of pages that you can put all your remote settings. You've got your buttons down the bottom, so it's not going to matter. Again, one touch with this remote is absolutely fantastic. I think that's pretty much the gist of what the remote was trying to push across to everyone. So I can't tell you enough how great that is. I have remotes lying everywhere around my house, and it's crazy because they all get lost. This one, I have my cradle. Put it up near TV, and it's always going to be there. It's always going to be charged. Going to have no problems at all, and no one's going to lose it. Now, again, iconharmony.com. If you can't use that, go to Google. Just Google some photos of what channel you want. I done that. It'll probably take 5 minutes for anyone else. I was actually looking in detail because I was playing around and trying to get some nifty little icons. It took me about half an hour to stuff around with it, but generally 5 minutes it will be all set up. You won't have to worry about it. Now, you might have to resize some of these icons. That's the only downfall about those icons, but you can customize, which is more than enough. Going through some of the forums, they've actually said you can customize a background. I don't think you can do it on this, or there might be an upgrade in the future to do it, and the themes. You only can pick from 3 themes at the moment on it, but you can't put your own themes in. So I'm going to have a look around again. You might be able to do something there. I'm not sure. Again, it's something I haven't had enough time to play around with it, and I like fidgeting around and stuffing around my things to customize it. So again, I'm one of these people that are more tech savvy, that prefer things like that. I like to customize things to my own way. Other people just want to get up, click, bang, it's done. It's just a remote to some people. To me, it sounds a bit stupid, but it's more than a remote because I like it to become part of my set here. The simple one-touch buttons are configured through something called macros. For anyone that's not really computer savvy or that, macros is blatantly, put simply, they're formulas. They're formulas to make everything work. You can touch one button instead of having to get 3 remotes, one for my amp, one for my TV, one for my PS3 to turn on. I actually press one button on this remote and it'll turn everything on to the right channel, everything set up, sound, you name it, everything's set up. I don't have the adapter for my PS3 at the moment, so it's a bit hard to explain that, but I'm going to get that again within the next month. If you're on channel 7, for example, and you go out down the shops, you've turned TV off, come back, and you want to watch something on your DVD player, which it's also set up to, you press your button, it actually goes and sets it all up to that. It won't go back to the channel you previously watched. It's actually set up to your DVD. If you've bought a DVD or something, put it straight in, bang, perfect. It all comes down to simple one-touch remote, I guess, ingenuity. It's just absolutely fantastic for that reason. The one-touch operation, again, going through all my notes, the one-touch operation is just fantastic. I can't tell you enough. We're getting lazy generally as a population, and for the general population, I think it's a fantastic remote. What else? I was going to program my friend's roof ceiling fan, but unfortunately I couldn't do it before I actually got to do this this interview and everything, so unfortunately I'm sorry about that. Hopefully maybe I could do a review on it in the future. We'll see how we go. The only con, pretty much summing up for this, the only con, there's probably 2. It's for the non-tech savvy, or the I guess, as I said, the older generation who don't really, they're not really technology literate, shall we say. And again, it's been very stereotypical. I apologise for everyone that is in that category and does know the technology, but this is just a generalisation. It's a realisation. The only other thing for that, I think the Harmony One would be perfect for the older generation. The only problem is that again, you need a computer to set it up. That's the bad con. A lot of the older generation don't have a computer. Now, for that reason, I think it would be better if Logitech released some kind of a modification of the Harmony One, where they might bring out a worksheet where it has all the names generally all the names of the companies and brand name companies that bring out TVs, hi-fis, you name it. Then they can actually just program in through the buttons. I think it would be a lot better for the old generation. Again, it might be marketed as being something cheaper, maybe don't give them a touchscreen, but still give them a one-touch remote where they can still push one button. I think that's a really good idea. That's probably the only con, apart from it is a bit expensive for a remote. If someone just wants a remote, you get a remote with your system. I think the majority of people don't really want to pay $200 for a remote. It's not really on the top of their list, shall we say, unless they have a bit of money to spare. They probably prefer, $200 to go towards their car or petrol, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, especially at Christmas. Christmas is pretty hard to deal with money and everything, and this interview is getting done just before Christmas. This review, sorry, is getting done just before Christmas, and I think $200 is a bit expensive for a remote. But again, it's probably something I'd buy again, because I do love the laziness, shall we say, in inverted commas, the laziness of this remote, where it's one touch, everything's done. The pros now. The pros, just there's an infinite amount of pros to go with this device. It's a great little device for starters. Very simple to use. The touchscreen does come with a cleaning cloth, so you don't have to worry about your oily fingers. Very soft to touch. The touchscreen, beautiful. Very rugged too. The buttons, if you don't want to use the touchscreen, there's buttons on the bottom. Everything's pretty much one touch. It works like a normal remote. It's just syncing everything into one. That's pretty much what they were trying to do. They've achieved that, and they've excelled at. It also comes in the package. It comes with your cradle, comes with your charger, comes with your battery, your lithium-ion battery, which is pretty much the best battery you can get on the market at the moment. Comes with the USB cable, comes with everything. It comes with everything you pretty much need. The only thing you do need, again, the cons, is an internet service, so you can hook up through a computer, and again, your computer. Apart from that, this Harmony One remote has absolutely blown my mind. Words can't describe that. It's absolutely such a great remote. I do advise to go out and buy it. Not being a Logitech person myself, I do love the products. Again, trying to come in with an open mind, but again, this remote just absolutely blows my mind. Go out and get it, everyone. Thanks.